Okay, here's the Ford Explorer 8.8 axle. It has a 373 posi and a 31 spline. I'm going to show you how to narrow it in this video. I just came back from the junkyard and I got the short axle, which is the passenger side, I believe. We're going to put this over here. Anyway, watch me do it. Stay tuned. Also, fun fact, this is a Ford 9-inch. It's the same axle spline. If you have any strange ideas, it is the same axle spline as a Ford 9-inch 31 spline. Anyway, hold on. Let's do it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, since I'm going to be cutting this side here somewhere, I'm going to try to get a reference point. And if you go from the end of the axle to this point, it's exactly 20 inches and no fractions. So that's an excellent reference point. So, next I'm going to take this thing apart and compare the two axles, and then we'll subtract the difference off this axle tube right here. So if you didn't exactly see where I went from the back of this to right here, and it's exactly 20. So it's a very easy number to remember. It's no fractions whatsoever. All right, just pop the cap off, and these are not that hard to take apart. There's a little 8mm screw here, and then this thing comes out here, and your spider gears will come out, and you'll be able to push the axles inward and remove the C-clips that's in here somewhere. I've only ever done this at the junkyard, so let's see if we can do it. All right, here's the little bolt here. It is 8mm. I almost stripped this one out with the wrench here, so be careful with this, because if you can't get this out, you're in big trouble. All right, next thing you got to do is get this out. So let's see, I'm just going to push it this way and maybe rotate the thing over, and maybe try to get it out the bottom. There it is. That slides pretty easily. Oh, there it is, just fell out. Now the next thing you got to do is you got to push the axle in from the side towards the interior, and there's a C-clip underneath this part right here. At the junkyard I had it backwards and it kind of fell in the back, so I'm going to try to rotate this thing down slightly and maybe it'll come out the front. Let's see if I can do it. See if this pushes in. Okay, see, it pushes in, and then a little C-clip in there somewhere. Oh yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. Let me go get a magnet. See if I can pull it out that way. All right. It wasn't too easy before. Oh, out the back. All right, let me go push it out the back. All right, well, that works. It fell at the bottom. All right, so now I should be able to pull the axle out. All right, there it is. All right, so here's the one I just pulled out, and this is the one I got out of the junkyard. This is the passenger side that I'm going to put into the driver's side, and it's a little bit shorter. Let's see how much. Let me get a tape measure. Oh wait, I've got one. So it looks like it's about 3 inches shorter. Let me get an exact measurement. The internet says 2 7/8. Let me just confirm that's what it is. Okay, the old axle, flange to very end. I'm gonna say it's like, let's say 30 5/8. So let me write that down. 30 5/8. like a little under, 16th under. And this one is 27 and 5/8. 27 and 5/8. So yeah, it's about 3 inches different. So we should just be able to cut 3 inches off of that, weld it all in, put the short one back in, and we're done, right? Easy. Okay, so I struggled with trying to accurately measure or draw a circle around the axle. I've seen guitar string, I've seen paper. I'm going to try these, just hose clamps. I'm going to try to tighten them down and to mark it the exactly 3 inches where I want to cut it across. I want to do it in the middle of this because I did see an idea of using angle iron where you strap it on either sides or one side and get some tacks on to the cut area. So I'm going to try to do that, but I think this is going to work. So let's see how this goes. All right, so yeah, it seems pretty uniform all around. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna leave them there and just try to cut around it. And then if I'm not quite right, I'll be able to use the bench grinder just to clean off the rest or put a grinding bit on that. I think what I'm gonna do is try to, well, it's pretty small. I wanted to shove a rag in there so it doesn't get a bunch of dust, but maybe when the axle's open, I'll be able to wipe out all the stuff so I don't need to take this whole thing apart. There it is. I've always heard that these axles were really thin tubing. That looks pretty thick to me. That's why they're so heavy, I guess. Okay, a little trick to cleaning out that part of the tube. I'm just using some brake cleaner. I elevated one side of it and yep, just spray in there and it all comes back out. So I used the same clamps. I cut a 15-inch piece of angle iron and put that on there. I've nested this on to it. I use the same C-clamps, if I didn't say that already. And originally it was 20, and now we're getting 17. So 20 minus 17 is 3, and that's the difference between the two of these. So we are ready to weld this thing. And this was, I don't want to speak too soon, but this is easier than I thought. All right, so here it is from another angle. This thing is ready to get some welds on it. Now, again, what you want to do is not, I'm just going to throw a couple tack welds over here and probably reset this so it's up on the top here if I can. You don't want to weld like crazy across one side of it because it's just going to pull this thing over or expand it the other way. The other thing you want to do is, I should have drawn a line across this so you could line it back up, but I did double check, make sure your other side is parallel with this side. I just measured from the floor to this point here and they're the same. So I think I'm ready to move to the next step. So I think what I'm going to do is make a couple big like 1/2-inch slugs on this thing and a couple points here with the MIG welder, and I'll probably follow up with the TIG and make sure it's all not porous. So I also think it's important, I'm going to leave the angle iron on there, but I think it's important, I'm going to let it cool off for a little bit, and then maybe I'll reset this and try to get the bottom of it or rotate this whole thing around. but I'm gonna let it just chill for a little bit. All right, another thing, I just slid the axle in here to make sure it is actually gonna work, and that's the end of it right there. Be able to get the C-clip on, no problem. It's 56.5 inches wide now. Got to put these on and it'll be ready to go. Not bad for 400 bucks and about 2 hours of work. I'm gonna get a chrome cover too, but don't have it yet. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Stay tuned.